Hi, I'm Michael Joy, founder and CEO of Chicago Culinary FX, or for those old schools, Chicago School of Mold Making, which was our previous name in the industry of food shaping. This is a new thing for us. We are coming up on our 23rd anniversary in business, founded in August 2002. Here we are on this anniversary, and I sat down with my team and we were talking about some fun things. And we realized that there's kind of two timelines that travel now post-COVID. There's the old school, old guard, as we call them, of the chefs that we used to work with globally on a daily basis. And then there's a whole new guard of chefs that are out there, and they really are not aware of the history of what we've been doing because we've always been behind the scenes and haven't done a lot to step forward in front of things. What we're doing is opening the vault to the past, and this will be fun because I got a lot of interesting culinary stories, and some of you on my inner circle know that there's some big changes coming up for me in my soon life, and I want to get these stories down, so let's talk about them. I'm going to react to videos of people that have used our molds in the past. Sometimes I'll talk about the project, sometimes I'll talk about the people, but if you're a younger generation chef and you're interested to know who was before you, this is one of those ways in a unusual setting. You ready, Pasha? Mm-hmm. Pasha's my guy right here. Pasha? Yeah.
I'm here.
We're filming out in our studio in Aurora. We're going to film some at the Westchester location.
We're going back
production
next week.
Yeah. So we have the Oscars with Wolfgang Puck. What I would say is before COVID, pretty much every year, we would make some special projects for the Oscar banquet. And it's funny because when I was a young whippersnapper, I think about 26 or so, I actually worked on the original Oscar model, the award, the trophy, the medal thing. And we got a great story about that because that was a long kept silent pocket here. But let's
check it out in the description or click on screen, top right corner.
Okay, Pasha will put it in there. So we're going from macaroons, and I'm going to see what I can remember. This was a long time ago. Oh, salmon.
We are here in the kitchen at Hollywood and Highland at the Dolby.
This guy's a force in nature. These banquets, if this video ever wanders into just the foodie world rather than the chef world, these banquets are huge. You think the gift baskets were a big deal for the Oscars. Feeding this amount of people is like a machine. I mean, it's incredible. To have this quality for this many, I don't know how they do it.
Where the Oscars gonna happen on Sunday night.
He looks tired but not stressed.
We're gonna have a big sushi station. We pass around our smoked salmon Oscars with caviar, with some lobster tacos. We're gonna have some mini.
He looks excited.
People also can have a little pasta. We're gonna have a delicious agnolotti with black truffles and celery and
I don't know what he just said, but I'm still looking at the picture.
It looks delicious.
You know what's interesting is this is the sad truth of this amazing banquet. Mm-hmm. I was watching some celebrities talk about the banquets, and they were talking about how much amazing food came out, but they're all in these gowns and these things, and they're like, you know.
Oh yeah.
Who wants to be on camera going? You know, it's a tough contrast of show and tell versus this wonderful, expensive flavor.
Right, but did you notice that whatever food they have that showed is pretty small size bites, so it's not anything crazy.
It's true, and this has something to do with people aren't coming there to like satiate hunger. Sure, right. They're hungry, but
oh yeah.
Okay, this guy is a class act. I mean, he's bulletproof. I mean, let's watch.
Fulfilling. To top it all off, we're gonna give everybody a chocolate Oscar to take home, so nobody will be a loser.
You're gonna see a few Oscars in this video. Most of them are chocolate. I recall that we made a couple of these. The little ones here, at one time you could buy stock Oscar molds. I don't know how they could do that. We had to go through this very special permission process that it was with the Academy, et cetera, et cetera. But these Oscars here don't look like ones that we would make. Actually, the detail is very poor. It doesn't really matter in this sense because it's the collection. It's the, you know, nobody stops and looks at it like a mold maker does. They're like, oh my God, look at these delicious things. But we made the bigger Oscars, the take homes.
With us, everybody will get some.
These are made from thermoform molds.
And I remember 2 years ago when Jennifer Lawrence won the Oscar, she walks up the steps, I say hello to her, and she asked her agent, said, who's this? And she said, hey, it's Wolfgang Puck, don't you know him? She said, oh my God, I know him. I have him in my pantry on the soup cans. So she knew me from the soup cans.
1,500 people, wow.
It takes a village to do the whole party.
Yeah.
We have 300 people in 2 kitchens, divided in 2 kitchens.
300
That
people
way
working.
I just have to come in and taste the food and say a little more.
So
salt, a
one
little
person
cheese,
makes food for
a
5.
little extra black truffle.
So he's minimizing 50 years of can do. I'm just coming in to add salt, you know. I mean, it's
Well, he's there to oversee what's going on and make sure everything is up to par at least. You
also
know?
he worked the deal. His
Right.
work, in a large part, was done before because
Yeah.
the Oscars doesn't come to a company that they have any concern about whatsoever.
Yeah,
They need to know food solved.
done.
It's not going to miss. Who's got the big team? It's like the people that build high rises. You'd hire a small company? No. You go in with the people that have built high rises before.
Yes,
So
of course.
he's making it sound very casual.
How does one establish himself like that?
Well, look at the gray hair, brother.
Well, right, but like, how do you start it? How do you?
You
get
start
in
at
it?
the very, very bottom, probably as a dishwasher or asparagus chopper or something like this. These days, when the culinary schools became a bigger thing, there was more of a fast track. But before, the guys that were French or German, there was more of this apprenticeship program, and they were not easy programs whatsoever. I mean, it was really, really dog work. Now it's there's more of a protocol. But this reminds me of this story talking about the age and the. How can you see experience? Look, he's got this brand name that's amazing. So people go, oh, Wolfgang Puck, you know, amazing. Soup cans.
I've heard the name, but I didn't know what that meant or who he
But
is.
somebody doesn't just, it's like, how do you voice your experience all in one little blurb? It doesn't come out like that. What he smells right there is not just some guy sniffing a giant truffle. This guy is like, smell plus 40 years, right? I mean, it's telling him something. How many other truffles did he experience? All right, let's watch. I love these guys.
Because this is my friend Denzel Washington.
Look how happy he is. Classy.
With black truffle. I love the Oscars. I think this is the greatest party in the world. I know if I see Martin Scorsese walk in, or Barbra Streisand, or John Travolta, or Viola Davis, or Jennifer Lawrence, I know them all.
So what's interesting is there's food events that are like the Oscars for chefs. James
Right.
Beard, these other chocolate masters, Coupe du Monde, Bocuse d'Or. It's this world of food is absolutely global, and
Yeah.
there's so much of it behind the Food Network aspect. So much, and this is what we hope to get to in some of these videos, is the Food Network and things like this. They always want to make that false drama, or at least they used to. Remember, it was a long time ago when that was a hot topic, and I always wanted inside the kitchen, without the drama, show a chef at his best profession and thriving, not, oh, we just put water on the floor, watch out, you know, come on, okay. This guy makes me happy.
People come up to me and say, Wolfgang, I saw you at the Oscars. So I think the Oscars really for us is important, but for the whole city economically.
I've been there.
Clear day. That's us, brother.
I've been right there.
In the Olympics, this is the biggest event. My favorite part is always when it's over, really. You know, when I sit down
Yeah.
with my chefs in the dining room, we have a few bottles of Piper Heidsieck rare champagne. They are top of the line. And maybe Francis Coppola, who is doing the wine for our dinner, gonna leave me a few bottles of his top wine. And then we sit down.
I heard this story with Francis Coppola. That guy's a serious foodie. He cooks. And he said that he would, Apocalypse Now, did you know? I mean, okay. And he told this story that he said, I could make these films and I could spend months in the jungle negotiating with the military and hundreds of extras and explosions and pyrotechnics. And then my friends go to the movie and they're like, yeah, it was good, but you know what I would have done? And he said, and yet I can cook for a few hours in my home, sit down, serve a meal to 12 of my closest friends and family, and they love me.
Yeah.
Because of one evening of food. He's like,
If it brings people together.
If you want some love, learn how to cook.
Oh yeah.
Maybe have a few bites to eat and then call it a night.
There it is.
I don't know this channel.
Hi, I'm Wolfgang Puck, and as you can see, we are getting ready for the Oscars, the biggest party in the world, right here in Los Angeles, in Hollywood.
Thanks for watching. This is the first, second, or third of many videos talking about some old, great, important culinary stories and a little bit of behind the scenes. If you're just watching one of these, it won't give the flavor of the landscape that we're creating historically from these 23 plus years in the industry. So stay tuned.